Hi everybody, it's Kimberly at Journal Breeze. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Well, the light is perfect to show you this journal today. She is available, and I wanted to wait until the light was like this so that you could appreciate the color. This is a beautiful, it's a vintage satin that has been dyed, not by myself. A local vendor. It is, in the 40s when they would wear satin lingerie, nightgowns, robes. I know because I have one from my mom from when she was young, and that's exactly what this feels like. So this is the only piece I have, and I thought it would look so stunning with the cover of this tag journal that I decided to use it here. So you're going to have a piece of this gorgeous, absolutely silky smooth, genuine satin. This is a tag journal, and I have left the twine long because I wanted you to be able to adjust it. There's room for decorating and writing. I've added vintage trims, and this is one of them here. Look at this. See if I can. I've got the lock on for the. Let me see if I turn this lock off. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Is that incredible? So there's sequins, and then there's golden beads sewn on top of the sequins, and I believe the thread may have metal in it. I have gold metal thread that's from the 1800s on spools, and I have several, and so they come in different widths. So, this doesn't feel stiff to me, but I've had it a really, really, really long time, and I think it's very, very old. So I think it's possible. But if there isn't metal in it, then something is making it look that way. And then the cover really is just a darker version, butterscotch, some people have called it in the messages I've gotten, or the comments, and that's a good word for it. It is butterscotch. So let's open her up. I hate to undo that bow, it's so perfect. So I think what I'll do is this. Okay. It's just a stunner. Okay, so all of the cards are very heavy duty, and not so much because I started out with a thick card, because I didn't. This is a first day of issue envelope, and it has a postcard for the new year on the cover, or inside, so that makes it stiff. Otherwise, it's the original 1940 and it's thin. But so it didn't start out having thick cards, except that I did plan for the front and the back to have, lots of sturdiness. But as I went along, I kept changing my mind. I've been doing a lot of cleaning out of my scrap drawers, and so I came across papers I'd forgotten I had after I was already making this, after I actually already had the cards all cut out, and everything was vintage. So underneath some of the pieces where I've put in some digitals that I just thought were really great, the digitals, or the paper under them are vintage, but they were lined papers. And because they're small, this is like 6 1/4 by 4, or 3 3/4. They really weren't very pretty. They were practical, they were useful, they were vintage for sure, but I thought I wanted to make it a little bit prettier. So that's led to a very nice sturdy book. And I also, because I wanted to keep it, not too chunky, I put in a lot of trims. And these are all old, except for maybe one. I'll tell you when we get there. And I reinforced where the holes are by adding additional paper. So I'm going to put the people who I used for digitals in the description box, so it doesn't take so much time to go over it all. But I can tell you that this is from Tracy Fox, and I put this prayer card inside, and it came from Ruby and Pearl. Okay, and this is chapter 1. Okay, so now you know the main people. Tracy Fox, Ruby and Pearl XO, chapter 1 papers. Those are the main people. Pretty much everything else is original. Okay, so this book page, I just love it because the copyright is 1949. What can I say? So she's looking at it, making sure she can't cheat. Oh my gosh. And then this piece of lace is very old. It's very dimensional. These little guys stick out quite a ways. Boy, I guess it's better when I hold it back. It's quite detailed. There's like a lot of detail that goes around each circle. Maybe you can see it on your monitor better than I can. And I wanted to leave room for the new owner to be able to, jot down things or quotes or New Year's resolutions. I chose the goldish, you can tell, and to me that's like New Year, so we're welcoming in the new year and still in this season. So this was left open like that. And then this is a vintage linen napkin that covers the entire piece. It's very, very fine linen. And I left the scallop edge at the bottom, which I think is just delightful. It does show a little bit, not much. I didn't really want it hanging down just because it wasn't perfect. Like somebody hand sewed these scallops, so it's not a perfect edge, and it didn't look great when you flipped it over. So that's why I didn't let it hang down. If it had been perfect, I definitely would have. And then look at this delicate crocheted lacy doily. Again, very dimensional. All these pieces are in, stand up. I don't know how they made this. It's so amazing. So that was a really good use for it, I thought, because honestly, a lot of places it would just get damaged. I stamped that, of course, and again, reinforcement. And then this is the other side of the doily. Some of the other papers are by Lydia, Raindrop Lila's kit. And I just love this. I didn't felt it was real Christmassy. That's just a kind of bush you'd see even in the summer with the berries, I think, because it's not a holly. So I just thought that was a beautiful scene. Felt like a fresh beginning. And this is a recipe, ginger pears. And I washi taped it so you can take it off if you want to. And so you can write under it. But I did think it was kind of cool. They look like the kind of women that would have cooks and servants and serve ginger pears to their guests. And this is a dictionary page from the Needlework book of the Needlework Dictionary. It's talking about quilts in there, which you can read when you see it. And then this is from Chapter 1, Papers, their High Society kit. And I just love their dresses and the whole thing. Just thought it was delightful. I like the washi tape and how it goes with that. Just felt it was a fun page. This, of course, is faux velvet. And this is a tag to which I added, and then there's a distressed page under here. And then I added this tag, and which has got design in the back. Okay, so you can turn it over if you want to, is what I'm saying. I glued on this ad for beauty products from an old French paper that I got. I think it came in a Roxy Creations package. And she's so beautiful, like peaches and cream, and that's kind of what this reminds me of, creme de beauté. And then this is real antique velvet. So this would have been from probably the late 1800s or the 1940s. And this as well, probably, well, I don't know, because I do have a lot of crazy quote things, so it could be from the 1800s. But it is silky. It's like this. These are like incredible. This feels like this. It's silk, velvet, silk. Can you see the glisten? Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so beautiful. And I didn't cut it off either, but it could be cut off on the angle if you wanted to. And then to this, I added this pretty pink flower stamp that is from another country, but I can't really tell where. I've just been waiting for the right setup, and I just thought it was really beautiful on that page. And this is the back of a postcard. And there's those two little girls, so sweet. So in my mind, I sort of thought, well, they're reading this book, and then here's one of them when she's older, lounging back in a chair, still enjoying reading. I love to read. And so I put this card on top of here. It's got something else under it, and added these little bits. And then this is lace from the curtain of that, or I think it's a curtain or some kind of a rectangular covering. This was on the edge, I think a bottom edge and a side edge, so maybe just a bottom edge if it was a curtain. I don't know. It was an odd thing. It didn't have, it had like a tape on the inside near the bottom, and the lace was after it, and I would think that would be more at the top, maybe where the curtain rod would be. So that's why I don't know if it was a curtain, but it was just a single panel. It wasn't giant or anything. Anyway, I felt like this is the kind of lace that would be on their clothes, and I just adore this picture. Absolutely adore it. And then this is the front of that first day of issue, 1940, Massachusetts. And I chose it for the red. And then this is a poem or part of a song from 1920. It's copyrighted down here, 1920. And it's just a sweet thing, I thought. It's just sweet. It's a love song. It's a man towards a woman he's going to marry. And the wedding's around the corner. And then this is the postcard. Now the whole thing is written upside down. How did that happen? Why would somebody put the postcard on in the right direction? I mean, at the top, right, held this way, and then write on it like this. This is something like wishing you a good year, 1912. So that's the message. And then it's going to William in Versailles. That is so odd, isn't it? It's a real stamp. And we know it's 1912 or 1911. And it's postmarked. That's so weird. Anyway. More could be fit in this envelope too if you wanted. And then I reinforced it with the top of one of the dictionary needlework pages. And then this ad is also out of that packet that I got from, I believe, Rachel. And talks a lot about women and femininity and beautiful something. So I don't know what it's about. I don't know. Veils? I don't know exactly. But anyway, I left this open thinking somebody might want to put a photo up there or more lace. I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to, because it could be written on. And then I took another book page, title page, to reinforce. And then we have this lady. She looks like an actress who's popular today, but I cannot think what her name is. She's English. And she does win awards, and I can't think of her name. She's older now, but boy, does that profile look like her. And it's a pocket. And then this is a beautiful trim from France that I've had for a really long time. It's really a beautiful color of green, and it goes well with this golden tan background. And then I stenciled this a little bit with one of the new stencils from TaylorMade Journals. And then we finish off with the ladies, or we're waiting for the gents. And then it's a little piece of fabric, and I stamped it down here. I glued this onto this page here. Just fit perfectly. I love the icicles around it. Just fits perfectly. Looks like it was made on there. And then we have the back. Another beautiful prayer card. And that is it. So I hope that was delightful, and if you are interested in having it for yourself, please DM me on Instagram, or you can write me through my website. You can get my email there, or I think, I don't know, I worry about putting it on my page, on my YouTube page. You know, I'd love to hear from some of you that have done that. Yeah, I know some of you even put your address on the YouTube page, and I don't know, that just sounds like you're asking for scams and junk and stuff like that, and I get plenty of it, so I didn't hop on that bandwagon. But let me know if it's led to anything like that, and I will see you next time. Have a great and wonderful, happy New Year's Eve celebration, whatever that means to you, but be safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.